What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 47, Menace and The Man. How are you today, Dennis?
Pretty good. How many more episodes do we have together before I fucking can your ass?
Oh, you know I'm not good at math.
Was it 200?
You said 333. We can go 200, though. We'll see how far we get. We could revisit terms at 200. You know how it is. It's an ever-changing game.
Yeah.
But 47, who would have thought we'd make it this far?
Me.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, things can go one and done.
I'm not much of a half-asser.
You're an all-the-wayer?
Yeah. All or nothing.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know, one of your catchphrases. That's what I like about you.
So I'm all or nothing?
Yep, you give it your all.
Sure do.
You put in a good effort no matter what you're doing.
Here, hit up my guy.
We're going to start with Henri Hooft.
Yeah, dude. Time is money to him.
Did he really say that, or you made that up?
Yes. No. Yo, he's one dude I would never want to owe money.
So now, do you have funny Henri Hooft stories?
I think I could get him to say some funny shit.
Because all I have with him is like, yeah, I trained with you like once or twice. He's going to be like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck is this guy?
I can name drop the shit out of people to him. But as far as like actual experiences with him, not really. I just know he's a big Menace fan and a big Ryan LaFleur
That's
fan.
what I want. Like,
Big Chris Wade fan as well.
I'm not. I don't know why he's such a Menace fan.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, he's just worked with what in my head are so much more badass fighters.
Than
But
you?
like, he puts me in the same like realm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, thank you, but I don't feel like. I figure you should be like talking down to me a little bit. I don't know.
Why do you feel like he should be talking down to you?
Just because he works with such legends and he's such a legend himself.
I don't know why it's doing this, though. It's doing this shit again.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, where it's not letting me FaceTime him. So
Now, have you ever just punched in the number and it worked, or you have to have them already stored in your contacts?
no, I just punch in the number, and it should show me the ability to FaceTime him, and it's not doing that. So I'll try him again. But yeah, one of my favorite things about him is he's one of those coaches that's like, no, you do that shit, you're gonna get knocked the fuck out. Like he shoots it straight.
Yeah. He's very,
Get me back in there.
very honest with, and that's one thing of why, like, because there's certain coaches that you can work with, and there's yes men, and then there's guys that will give it to you very straight, you know.
Yeah,
So, and Henry's one of those guys.
that gives it to you straight.
Yeah, you know, if you did shitty, he'll tell you did shitty, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That's what you need, though, because a lot of times you'll get that, like, jazzer-size kickboxing coach that's going to get you fucked up in a real fight.
Like, you're winning. You're dominating this guy. It's third round, you know.
Yeah, like, you look good, or do that, or, you know, something like that. But, yeah, still just giving me the call option. So bear with me for a moment.
This is just embarrassing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why it does this to me sometimes.
Maybe you should learn your programs.
I do learn my programs. Is it because I don't have my phone with me? Maybe it's doing that
Stop.
to me? It could. It's fucking stupid.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
This is annoying that we have this conversation every week.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bro, it annoys. How do you think I feel? It annoys the shit out of me. Usually, it's I just click this and it comes up video.
So then why aren't you ready?
I was ready. You heard me call you, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, I always work. Maybe start calling other people.
Well, I called him, and now it's still not giving me the option.
We're going to lose him now. We're going to have a no episode today.
No, we'll get him. It'll work
He's got
eventually.
shit he's got to do. I said 20 minutes, and it's already
What time is it? We just got started.
6:09. I told him we'd call him at 6. Stan?
All right, I'm trying here.
I give him the heads up that we're,
That were what?
putting the last touches on at 5:56. What time did you get here today, Stan?
I got here like 5:30.
I think you're lying to me.
No.
Because I texted you at 5:15, 5:18, and I was all like, hey, pick me up in 15 minutes. And you said you're already here.
I was already here.
Well, that was at 5:17. You said you got here at 5:30.
All right, so then that's what time I got here. At whatever you texted me is when I just pulled up. All right, so I'm going to try to enter it one more. In worst case, we're just going to call Henri Hooft. Why, that bothers you?
Well, I mean, he's at the gym. Guys are training.
Well, I'd FaceTime him from my phone, but my battery's dead. So we're going to get 2 minutes with him then.
You knew we had the show today, right, Stan?
Yep, there you go. I figured it out. Fuck you. Oh, that was so annoying.
Yo!
Yo!
What's up, big dog?
What's happening?
Can he see me, Stan? What can he see?
Yep, Henry. If you go long ways with your phone, you'll see both of us.
Wait a second.
Boom. There you go.
Now I see both of you guys.
Yep.
You see how fat Stan is?
I'm gonna go to a place where it's more quiet because these people here make too much noise.
Those motherfuckers.
With all this aggressive music on here. Let me go to my little room here. Aung and Robin are close by too.
Ooh, oh, the big dog. What's up? What's up, Robin?
What's up, man?
How you doing,
Hey,
man?
You talk to me first, right? First
Yes,
the boss, then
yes,
the student.
yes, of course.
Let me see. My little room here.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I got it.
We're doing it.
Yeah, we figured
What's
it out.
up, guys?
Just hanging out, man. Living the life.
I know. I see. I saw you guys last week too on the podcast. You were doing good.
We're trying.
We're trying, Henry.
This is the first podcast I do. Believe me or not, the first one.
No, this is the first one you've ever done?
The first one. I start with the real people. I don't do a lot of interviews anymore too. I keep it real.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was telling Dennis. The little bit I know about you and the few times I've been around you, you're as real as it gets as far as a coach goes.
Yep. I try to.
That's the way you got to be. Can't be a yes man in this game.
No.
No, especially not in MMA. It's funny sometimes, you know. I've been doing this now for 8 years, and sometimes the more I look back, when I started was really cool time, but now it's starting to get a little bit into a circus. So I don't want to spend too much time talking to people that make a drama show, you know.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
me. So,
Well, you know Menace very well. Menace is like a happy-go-lucky guy, so that's what we're going for. We're trying to bring out his personality with the show and just be positive. In a world full of negative journalism, we're trying to be the positive side.
yeah, it's not necessarily a negative, but that's just people that in real life I not really want to talk to. But with Dennis, I want to talk. But I like to train him too. I like to train with him too.
I gotta get back down and get some training in.
I just was joking with Robin. Robin speak, but he's retired though. I'm retired 15 years ago. I still spar every week. It doesn't make any sense. Just put your mouthpiece in and start banging a little bit.
Yep. I mean, it's not rocket science. You just got to beat the guy up in front of you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't have to get crazy. So,
No,
what's your slogan?
Keep it simple, stupid.
Kiss.
That's it. In life, in general, in training, in life too, I don't do really special stuff, and it works because I only do what I know. So that's not a lot, but the things that I know, you know.
So your style, though, for me sometimes is almost like, Stan, like, you know how, like, you know, there's a red apple, and the question asks, what color is the apple? Red, blue, green, like, and you're like, yellow. You're like, the answer's too easy. It can't be red. You know? So sometimes I have trouble with, like, so Henry's like, all right, step in, punch, step back, wait. He steps in, punch. I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know.
I can only go forward.
I think in basic it's good for everybody, but
Yeah.
I don't. If you have like if you have some special tools that you want to use, but in general, like I be a fundamental guy again in life too, but also in fighting. I think when your fundamentals are good, then you can do, and you have some extra tricks is good. But if you're fundamentally good, then if you fight 10 times, you win 8 times. That's not a bad score, you know.
Yeah.
And also it's I'm a trainer, so let me explain this. I heard the word coach a lot, but if I say coach in my gym, 7 people will look up, you know. Because I'm a trainer. I like to train people. I like to train the guy who delivers food here. I like to train my daughter. I like to train the fighters. I like to teach. So I like to give you some of the tools that I learned over the years from the best kickboxing trainers and fighters in the world. So that's what I like. I'm a real trainer. I'm not the guy with the master plan and give you a piece of paper and tell you what combinations you need to throw. I want to teach you some skills that you probably can use at the right moment. And also, I think it's important to know when to use certain stuff, because a jab, it looks very simple, but if you use it at the right moment, you can win a fight with a jab. Very simple and not get hurt, you know. But if you make it yourself very complicated, then the jab will be complicated. But so that's the way I think about it, and maybe sometimes it's not working for everybody, but most of the time it works. So I mean, I keep doing what I like and just teaching the simple fundamental stuff, and we have a lot of wins and a lot of champions, so it's worked sometimes.
Yeah, for sure, man. You have a lot of successful guys over there. So, I mean, so what I just took out of that is there's a difference between a coach and a trainer.
For me, in a sense, because, I mean, and then MMA is also different because you have a BJJ, wrestling, strength conditioning, boxing, yoga, physical, mental. You have so many coaches, but you have to fight yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, it starts with you, and if you have a guy with you, and you know that yourself with Ryan being with you for so long,
yep.
It's very important for a fighter. And again, I know because I fought myself, is that you have a guy with you that you can trust no matter what, you know, and that's very important as a fighter. But in general, I love my sport. I love kickboxing. I love striking. So I want to teach that, and that's a trainer. A trainer teaches skills. I think a coach is more a guy who's putting a plan together with different coaches and maybe also in the fight, like they come up with how you call that, game plans.
Right.
But I think game plan is for a team sport. I think if you are a professional fighter, I think if you got the skills and not overcoach you in training and let you do your things, you find out that it's a sport that you have to do by yourself. And if you be brought up like that, you can take care of yourself very well. You know? So. Again, training people is not the same as coaching people. That's for me. But I'm Dutch, so I think a little different too. So.
Right. Now, I could attest to that too, in terms of, like, yeah, you have, like, this game plan, but sometimes the game plan isn't be tough. Sometimes the game plan, it's never the game plan to dig deep, right? It's always like, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to hit him with this, it's going to be easy. It's never in there, man, find a way to win.
Yeah.
That's never in the game plan going into the fight. Otherwise, you might not take the fight, because if you have to go to that dark place, that lonely place where no one wants to go, why would you sign the dotted line?
Yeah.
You know, in our heads when we sign up, I'm going to smoke this guy. I'm going to be in and out of there. But sometimes it gets to a point where it's like, fuck, man, do I want this right now?
I think also you have to understand that in MMA, you got fight canceled like a couple of days before the fight. Your opponent's changing.
Right.
So, you can train for a southpaw, fat guy, small guy, yellow guy, black guy, handsome guy, an ugly guy. Why not just train your skills and make sure that you have a good skill set that you trust because you've been training for so long. You trust your trainer and your training partners. And you go in there and you win 90% of your fights. I guarantee you that. And sometimes you lose to the best guy in the division. Is that a bad thing? I mean, it's not a bad thing. I was with Anthony for years. Everybody out. He lost only to one guy 2 times to DC. So sometimes somebody's better than you. You know, that's just the way it is. But a game plan, again, as a fighter, when I was a fighter, I listened to my corner and I know what I want to do. If I knew that a guy had good hands, I would start with my legs. I have a thing in my head. But I also know that sometimes these things don't work out. And then you just have to... trust yourself, you know, and I think what is good, because if your shin is hurt, your corner doesn't know it, and they ask you for a body kick, and you can kick.
I just had a flashback.
Yeah, but you know what? The worst thing I don't like about a lot of people when they say this, trainers or coaches, is that when the fighter wins, it's always the game plan. But when they lose, it's he didn't follow the game plan. You know, like it's always an excuse. It's always an excuse for a coach or trainer because they're always good. They'll always stay out of the shade. You know, so it's like no, he didn't follow the game plan. Well, what's the game plan then? Just to beat the other guy? Yeah, but we had this step and that step, and he's supposed to do this and that, but he didn't do it. No, because he had an opponent, right? I mean, it's so. It sounds simplistic, but I think in our sport, a lot of people from outside, from other sports come in and they all want a piece of the pie. They want to show that it's very important to have special trainings and special strength and conditioning and special oxygen levels and special tanks. But at the end of the day, it's just another guy, and you go fight another guy with skills. And old school, I want to touch teeth. I really want to see if my skills, my gym, my trainers are the best in the world. So I'm going to beat your ass. And not how many fucking time I was in the ice bath or in the sauna or whatever, you know. Right. For me, that doesn't make sense. But that's just me. I'm just a guy with fights. I was a champion before. I kind of know what it is.
Well, you had a long career. How many fights did you have?
In total?
Do you even know?
Well, in kickboxing around 88 or something. But yeah, in total, a lot of fights. But in kickboxing it's different. You start very young. You have a lot of junior fights. And when I started, my first fight was in 83. I'm an old guy, you know.
I was minus 3 years old.
Yeah, and I was 14. But so there's a lot of fights in the Netherlands. Every week you can fight in the Netherlands. It's crazy. They're even now 18, 19-year-old. They already have 80 fights, you know. Because it's in Holland, it's soccer and kickboxing. That's what we do, you know.
Yeah. So you started when you were 14? How long were you training before your first fight?
3 months.
Oh, all right. So sink or swim pretty quick.
The trainer said, "You're good, man. Let's go." And I still remember my first fight. I was so scared of the guy because I fought a black guy, but he put a lot of Thai oil on him, and I was very skinny and tall. But he was smaller, but he was big. But with the oil, the smell, and his muscles, and the way he looked at me, I was like, shit, man, I'm gonna get my ass beat. And the first round was done. I came back to my corner and I was hyperventilating, and I just want to get out of there. I didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah. But my trainer was a serious guy, you know. And he just kept me, and he said, "No, you're gonna get tired. It's gonna work." And it worked. Later on in the second round, I did much better. In the third round, I won the fight on points, but it was so scary. But on the other hand, right after that, I was like, this is the feeling I really like, man.
Yeah.
It's nice to be scared because everybody's watching me. Everybody buys a ticket for me. I'm a special guy, right? So that took over.
How many brothers do you have?
Sorry?
How many brothers do you have?
3. We are with 4 boys.
3. And then where are you? You're the oldest?
No. I have a twin brother. I have an older brother, a twin brother who is older than me 8 minutes, and I got a younger brother.
And did they fight? I know your one brother fought.
Yes, my younger brother fought too. He probably was at that time one of the better talents that we had. I think he was better, much better than me. I was more of a harder worker. Later on, I became more better at it, but he was just that natural guy that went in there and fought everybody and beat everybody and wasn't even interested in fighting, you know?
And is that because you beat him up growing up, or?
No, man, he beat me up.
Oh, yeah.
He beat the shit out of me.
He still when he comes and visit, he comes in the gym and he throws down, right, with the guys?
Yeah, he spars. The only thing he does, he comes and he put him up. No, he doesn't even put a mouthpiece in sometimes. But now I think he puts. But before that, he puts his gloves on and does rounds with everybody. He did that also when I was training with Peter Arts and all the guys. He sparred with them, and I asked because he had it's funny. He has a window washing company, so he has to go up the ladders, you know.
Yeah.
So when he came to Amsterdam, when I was still training a lot with Peter and all the guys, and we sparring hard, I always asked Peter Arts and the guys to kick him very hard on his legs because he had to go up the ladders, you know. And then, but they always end up saying to me at the shower, like, "No, man, your brother's fucking good, man. He blocks every fucking low kick. He's good."
Jesus.
So, yeah, he's still good, and he has a gym back in the Netherlands with a friend of him, and they have like 500 students, like kickboxing only, kickboxing, karate. So yeah, they're doing good.
Was there any period of time in between when you stopped fighting and when you started training, became a trainer?
No, I was already kind of. I was at the end of my career. I was already. I was already training. I was mainly a good. I was a training partner for a while with Ernesto Hooft and with
Yep.
Peter Arts. So I was already training, coaching with them. You know that
Okay.
naturally rolled over. I did only a couple of fights later on in 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8. I stopped at the. I think 2000. 2006 was my last fight, but I was always more into training at the last couple of years than into fighting. So I was a training partner, but also training and train the guys. And yeah, I rolled in very naturally. I was already teaching very young. So
Do you think you became a better fighter after you stopped fighting?
yeah.
Sometimes you see that with guys.
Well, you know what? The thing is with me too. I think that what makes me okay, as a trainer, is that I wasn't the best fighter. I wasn't because I never won the K1.
Yeah, me either.
No, I won titles. No. But people know you and people know me. That, but in the gym I was much better. Like everybody is much better in the gym. But some people are not good at all in the gym and they're very good in the fight. So
Yeah.
they like to say that this is a gym champion or something. But I wasn't. I won also fights for real. But as a trainer I was more. As a fighter I was more fighting as a trainer because I was so technical that I was overthinking so much in the fight. I was more fighting as a sparring partner trainer. And that's what I say to my fighters too. It's very important. Don't be a sparring partner or a training partner too long for somebody because you're going to fight differently. You're going to fight because if you're a training partner for somebody, that means you need to fight a certain kind of style, but also you need to take it easy on the guy. He cannot get hurt. And it will compromise you in your own style and your own manners of fighting. So I do that here too when I have people training with guys. I say, hey, listen, you cannot be a training partner too long. If you want to be a fighter, don't fall for that because you be a training partner too long, you're going to fight like that. You're going to
Right.
fight totally different. Fighters need to be alone, lonely. Need to be grumpy. Need to be need to be assholes. A sparring partner needs to take care of that grumpy asshole guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So, because
There's
your mindset's going to be different.
there's one person that becoming a training partner actually made him a better fighter, and that was T.J. Dillashaw. He was mocking fighting like Dominic Cruz, and then he started adapting all these things that started working for him, acting like he was Dominic Cruz, and then he became a world champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But
again.
he is an exception to the fact.
rule.
Yeah.
Henry just hit a nail on the head, like had me do some self-realization right there. That's probably what my problem was. I became too much of a training partner, and I took too long to finally start fighting. So I was good in the gym, but atrocious when I competed.
Yeah, you sucked.
Yeah, I wasn't bad.
No, that's bullshit.
No,
but no,
I've
no,
never,
you're right.
I've never
Your
seen him compete.
mindset-
though.
Your mindset, because both of you guys know that everybody knows that fighting is 75% with your head, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, and the rest is your heart. I mean, skills and cardio, everybody can train that, but your mentality. So if you have a mentality of, I'm going to train with this guy, instead of, I'm going to the gym and I'm going to beat everybody up. That's a totally different mindset. So, but for me, training was kind of, I always knew that I wanted to be a trainer, again, because I like people. And yeah, I knew it. I knew when I was fighting, helping people out and everything. So that's a little different. Fighting needs to be a little different.
How much time from after your last fight till you started training MMA fighters was there? Was that gap?
Well, I stopped in 2006, but a couple of my training partners was already fighting MMA. I mean, Gegard Musashi trained with me and Tyrone.
Okay.
They sparred a lot together. My other friend, his name is Henri Hooft. Not a lot of people know him, but he fought on Pride. He fought against Josh Barnett. So we had a couple of MMA guys in the gym, but we did only striking. So when I moved over here, when I came here in 2011, I came with Tyrone to help Rashad out for his fight with, I think, Tito Ortiz. And then we came to the gym, and everybody was sparring, and we were like looking at each other like, "This sparring here? I mean, what are they doing here, man?" And Tyrone speaking, "No, we don't need to have. We need trainers. So we're going to train them. We're going to spar hard. We're going to change the whole thing because it doesn't look like people know what they're doing. They're just throwing a punch and running around,
Right.
So 2006 to 2011, and then I started really focusing, and it took me 4 years to really get the MMA striking kind in because it's a little different.
It's definitely different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely different because there's much more movement. MMA, most of the MMA guys move much more. The cage is much bigger. You got the threat of the takedown. But in the beginning, I didn't want to listen to that. I was just like, in my head, I was like, no, it's the same shit. It's another guy. I'm going to beat his ass. Just make sure that you don't get taken down. And just a couple years later, when Gregory Jones and everybody, and also the fighters, I looked more at them and learned more from them. I started to understand, like, hey, you need to adapt a little bit better because it's working, but it goes up and down too much. It's not good. It's because I didn't have the right mindset to leave the whole kickboxing stand-up and to listen to 3 other coaches who are giving their thoughts on what we have to do to win MMA fights. Because we're knocking everybody out. Anthony was knocking everybody out. Everything was working. But then we got a period when it wasn't not so good. And then I started thinking about, hey, man, just open your mind a little bit and check what they say and get the info from the fighters like Rashad and now Nick Lance and all the guys, Robbie Lawler, all the guys around you. And we started slowly, I slowly started understanding that MMA striking is a little different. Again, fundamentally, the jab is still a jab.
And you're talking about when you started your own gym.
Well, I started my own gym just 2 years ago, but I was working with a group that was called the Black Zillions, the most stupid name ever, but it was a great team, great guys, you know.
I agree.
Great guys, you know that, everybody was there, Ryan, all the boys were there, great people, great guys. And then my own gym is since 2017 now, 2 years, you know, so.
Yeah, we had Eddie on last week, right?
Alvarez, yes.
And he said he misses you.
No, I miss, man, I mean, you know what? The only thing was shit with what happened. I wish I was at that fight when he won the belt because I had fights. When I started with Eddie, another great guy, great family guy.
Yep.
Really, really, really great guy. We started from nothing and we started knocking people out. He head kicked people. He didn't get hit so much anymore. We won the belt against Michael Chandler.
Right, because that was one of his things that he could take some damage, but also give it.
He would outlast people a little bit. Yeah.
Real
life Rocky.
I kind of wanted to get away from that a little bit.
And you did.
And I did, and then we won the Bellator belt, and we won a lot of fights until one fight, like the last fight when he fought for the belt. But that was understandable because Eddie was training with Mark and all the other guys, and it wouldn't be appropriate for me to be there. On the other hand, I was working all the time with him, so it would have been cool because it would have been my first UFC belt winning because I won the Bellator belt up and down, and I won it with Eddie and I won it back with Michael Chandler. So, but it didn't happen. But I worked so good with him. He's so easy to work with. Such a great guy. And still, when I see him at ONE FC, I always support him. You know, because he's a great guy and he's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
Very smart guy. Eddie's a great guy. You know, and he's going to do good. Hopefully, I'll see him in Japan when Aung is fighting. Hopefully, he wins that tournament. You know, he has a tough fight. The guy, he fights a good guy, but Eddie's different, man. It's just a different guy.
Yeah, I agree. Because I remember, like I was saying to him, I remember moving around with him, and I got this little period of time where I would drop my hands and I would miss the first couple punches. Yeah. And then he would hit me with the third and fourth. I was like, damn, because usually when guys miss 2 punches in a row, they stop throwing.
Yeah.
Eddie would throw a 4 or 5 piece every time. I was like, damn.
I know, yeah. He has, and the movement that he has and everything, and when we start implementing the kicks, the only thing I thought was, oh, listen, these 2 guys are just busting my balls.
Yeah.
Give me 1 minute. I need to explain them one more thing. It's very important, there's details.
Yeah, they got to hear that, right?
They need to listen good so they can learn. No, but with Eddie's first fight, they gave him Cowboy, you know. The first fight in the UFC, and I was like, okay, he's Bellator, but, you know, Cowboy is a tough fight for everybody, especially in the first fight. Because I didn't really like that fight just the first fight in the UFC, the Cowboy kicker and Eddie a little different, you know. But after that he did everything good. Then he beat everybody. He became the champion. He made great money against all these guys, Conor, and now he has another chance to win another belt. So again, another guy, a little bit comparable to Michael Chandler, who's here, who also is a guy that likes to take a little bit. He don't mind to get a little damage, and we try to get that out of the system too. And because it's good when you can take a punch, but it's not good for you for your
Yeah.
brains to take only punches.
That's why Tyrone likes me.
Who, Spong?
Oh.
Yeah.
Why? Because you could take damage?
He's like, this guy.
Yeah, no.
I think because Tyrone likes me, I think that's why Henry likes me. He's
No,
like,
no,
this
no,
guy,
no.
he gets his ass kicked, but he just keeps coming, and then he wins the fight. And then Henry comes up to me, he's like, Tyrone's like a multi-time world champion, but he likes you.
yeah. No, it's true. No, because we were at the fight and you were just into I don't know even which fight it was, but craziest fight. Up and down, he was on the floor, and then you knocked the guy out. And he says, "Man, I really like this guy. I've seen him fight a couple times. He's so tough. He's aggressive. He goes to the floor. He stands up. He knocks people out. I'm a fan of that guy. And then I told you, right?
Yeah.
I told you he's a fan of you.
Well,
Yeah.
you were like, I don't get it. I don't get why he likes you.
Yeah, I don't know too why people like you, but yeah, probably because you're funny. Maybe because you're funny and you're like a little funny guy, you know.
I'm funny looking.
Like you. Hey, listen, you guys got some questions for these guys next to me?
Yeah, man.
Okay, well, talk to these guys, and I see you soon, and I see you soon too, buddy. Come around.
Yeah, Fatso here.
You're the man, Henry. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, bring him with you, and then we beat the shit out of each other just for fun.
Yeah,
I would love to beat the shit out of this guy.
Oh my gosh, you better start doing push-ups now, you fucking fat piece.
Push-ups? How are push-ups gonna help me?
You gotta just get stronger or something.
I just gotta land the two.
Talk to these two clowns, yeah.
What's up? Oh shit, the dream team.
What's going on, boys? Welcome to Menace and The Man. Now, what do we got here? We got Aung. How do you pronounce your name?
Aung La.
Aung La?
Aung La Nsang.
Aung La Nsang?
Aung La Nsang.
Aung La
I'm
Nsang.
gonna call you Allah.
Aung La. Aung La.
Make it easy.
Yeah.
Just call me Aung.
Aung.
And then Robin.
Yes.
And then Robin Van. Robin Van. How do you pronounce your last name?
Van Roosmalen.
Van Roosmalen.
Yes, you make it easy. Robin is okay.
Robin and Aung, thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Stan the Man,
you
Dennis
for
the Menace
having us.
Bermudez. I actually met
What's your name?
Stan the Man. I met Aung. I came down to HKickboxing like in May, and I met you.
Okay.
Henry Stan Stan. Henry wasn't there. Henry was like overseas with someone training. I was talking to you, Big Steve. I wasn't sure if you even spoke English because you were just nodding your head like you had just gotten done training.
He didn't want to talk to you. That's why.
Yeah,
That's kind of racist.
Yeah, come on.
No, he's actually got really good English.
Yeah, he was just looking at me like, yeah, and then he walked away.
He probably didn't like you. He didn't want to talk to you, dude.
Yeah. No, that's not true.
So champ in one FC,
Yes.
and then you
One
got
championship.
Oh,
Yes, they changed the name.
They
It's
don't
now one
like to be called
championship.
One FC.
Yeah,
They
it's
like to be
one-
called one championship.
did it used to be called FC?
yes, but now they changed it to one championship,
Okay.
Yeah.
and they're going bigger and better. They got big shows coming up. When's your next fight, Ong?
October 13th.
Oh, so that same card as we just had Eddie Alvarez on the show. That same card, right? You're fighting Brandon Vera.
We're the fight. We're fighting that night. Eddie Alvarez is in the morning. He fights
Oh,
in the
yeah,
morning.
yeah.
We're the second card.
Okay, and you got Brandon
So
Vera,
there's
right?
two cards. There's two cards on October 13th.
Mm-hmm.
The first card is in the morning, and that's going to air in the United States on a Saturday night. And then my fight's going to air in the States Sunday morning.
Oh shit.
So
Which is like the one you would want to be on? Because I would rather fight at night. I think.
oh hell yeah! Who wants to wake up at 7 in the morning? to get
But
ready to
I also
fight?
want my shit to be saw at night though too. You know.
Yeah, think about it. You gotta wake up. Doors open at 7:30, so you gotta wake up super early. You gotta wake up at probably 5 to get to the venue, which is 45 minutes away. No, hell no. I'd rather fight at night.
What time do you think Eddie will fight at though?
Eddie probably around 10.
10
in
a.m.
the morning. Yeah, 10 a.m.
So I mean that's kind of similar to like
no.
training in the morning, in
Yeah.
Florida, right? Do you guys start at 10, right?
Yeah, we start at 10:30. Yeah.
Well, he
But 10:30 over here is
It's at
around
night.
there. Yeah, it's at night over there.
So will you go out earlier to get acclimated to the time and shit like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go about 8 days early.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll finish camp here and then I'll go.
Okay.
And now you got a lot of people from the gym going with you, right?
Yeah, I got Henry. I got here, Garrett, and then I got Victor, who's kind of like body type is kind of like Brandon Vera. And then Michael Chandler's gonna be there too. Yeah, and
Nice.
then Martin will be there as well.
Well, you guys know Olive, the girl with the mohawk and the tattoo.
Who?
You know the girl Olive that trains there with the tattoo on the side of her
Olive,
head.
the girl with the fuck you on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's a friend of the show. She was saying that a lot of people from the gym were trying to make plans to go to your fight.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, just to come and watch you put some smoke on Brandon Vera.
Yeah.
And that's an easy
It's gonna
fight.
happen.
That's an easy fight for you to get ready for, right? Because he's like a relatively big name in the MMA community,
Yeah.
Well, now this fight is champ versus champ. He's still the heavyweight champion, right?
He is. He's coming down for my light heavyweight belt. So.
Yeah, so this is champ versus champ.
Hang
This
on.
is
If
huge.
you beat him at light heavyweight, or when you beat him at light heavyweight, do you say, "Hey, let's run it back at heavyweight," and then you can become the trip champ?
Hell yeah! Come
Then
on.
you'd be like, "Hey,
yeah,
Henry,
right.
I'm the real Triple C."
I
Yeah.
will do it.
No, probably defend my middleweight belt.
Bro, that would be
I want to
epic.
stay active. There's no
Yeah,
reason to.
you could stay really active if you were fighting.
No.
If you're defending 3 titles.
No, there-
I
there's
like
no,
how you talk, man. I like that way.
There's no reason to,
What do you
I mean,
mean? If
would
you
you
beat
fight-
him
would
at
you
light
fight
heavyweight,
Yeah, I did. I started at welterweight.
if you
I
beat him
know.
at light heavyweight, you're in his head, and then you just beat him at heavyweight and take his belt.
Yeah, it's true, but there's no reason for me to.
Triple champ. That sounds good.
No,
Yeah.
but there's no reason for me to.
No, he's. I get exactly where you're coming from. Like, that's not your weight class. That's not the weight class you train for. There's a little bit of respect in that. You want to
Yeah.
stay true to your body type. I get
Yeah,
it.
for sure. But like I said, maybe I'll fight him at heavyweight.
Robin,
Yeah.
it's sinking in now. It's sinking.
I know.
He's thinking about it.
No, I talked to him after this, though.
If it makes sense.
Hang on. If it makes sense, it makes dollars. You got kids.
Yeah, for sure. If it makes sense dollar wise, for sure, I would do it. But my body type's a middleweight.
Right. Which makes it
So-
even more of a
Impressive.
legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
now one's also planning on coming to America, right? After these cards. So maybe you can
Sleep
win.
over my house, dude.
You could sleep over Menace's house. I mean, they might.
You don't have a house here, right?
No, not
no,
in Florida.
in New York, I do.
But even they might go to New York, like try to do
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden or something like that.
Yeah.
They're gonna probably come big when they do come here, because
Sure.
Eddie was telling us last week they're like Pride. They do the big show, the
Yeah.
the rampway entrance. They announce all the fighters beforehand. They're trying to put on like a huge production. So I could see them
And
doing.
there's a lot of people that follow kickboxing in the United States too. There's a lot of people that follow. There's like a subculture of people that follows Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and there's a big group of people that follows Muay Thai.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of that, but East Coast,
Is
all
that your
up and down
base? Is
East
the
Coast.
Muay Thai?
Yeah, so Muay Thai, they got the big stars now too in the one championship for Muay Thai, and they're bringing in a lot of great kickboxers too. So they're doing a good job of marketing themselves, and it's going to be huge. when they come here. There's a lot of big name Muay Thai guys that a lot of the people, the Muay Thai, the subculture of Muay Thai guys, all up and down the East Coast know. So it's going to be big, when they come to the States too.
Yeah, I think-
UFC is a big, MMA for sure. But when it comes to Muay Thai, one championship has it locked down.
I think one in the next couple years is going to contest with Bellator and get right on the UFC's heels as far as promotions. They signed Demetrius Johnson. They signed
Yeah.
Eddie Alvarez. They tried with Sage Northcutt. It didn't really work out. They got Brandon Vera. They got you. They got.
They try to sign Robin.
They're trying to sign Robin.
Robin, where are we at? Robin, where are we at? Are you still with Glory? I know you've done a few
No,
MMA fights.
Bellator, right?
No, I stopped Glory. I retired. So I'm fighting 26th of October for Bellator.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the victim?
MMA or kickboxing?
MMA.
Okay.
Oh, MMA.
Yes, I'm fighting Chris Leoncini, if I'm pronouncing it right, but I don't know. I'm not sure. So
So now you're a kickboxing legend. Looking at your record, and like when Menace at first was like showing me you, I was like, oh, I know that guy. I know the name, and I've seen him like compete. And I've seen him do the pad work with Henry before. How long you been doing MMA?
I've been doing MMA back and forth for 6 years now.
All right.
But since January, I do it full time.
Okay. So you looking to make that the full transition into MMA?
Yeah, I made in January the full transition. Yeah.
And why is that?
Because in kickboxing, I already beat everybody, so there was
It's
not
like
really,
so it's too easy.
Yeah, so money-wise, it didn't get better.
Okay.
So I was like, I want something new. I want a new challenge. I want to get better. So that's where MMA came. And I love the game, so it's something new for me. It makes me excited again.
Had it ever crossed your mind to follow Tyrone and go boxing?
No. I would love to do it.
Because your shit is the kick. Like, you love kicking the motherfucker.
And I love boxing too, but that build up and all the things, so it takes too long. I don't got time for that, man.
Well, even I think part of Tyrone's transition to just strictly boxing was the leg break, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, I think he was going to dabble in MMA. He was still doing MMA. He was going to box, and he was still going to kickbox. And then once he broke his leg, he just went strict.
Yeah, that's what
Straight
I mean.
boxing.
He had to do boxing because of his leg. That's what I think.
Yeah. I had a similar break, and I don't want to throw kicks no more. So
no,
I can see where he's coming.
That. If I had that, I will never kick again.
Yeah. Like every time you see Anderson Silva fight and he throws a kick, you're like, ooh, he's kicking with that leg. Don't do that. He's fucking crazy.
Nah.
But now, Tyrone's killing it in boxing, though.
Yeah, he's knocking motherfuckers out on the rag, right?
Yeah, he got to have your opponent, though.
Who's he got coming up?
Usyk.
Let me see. Let me look him up.
Usyk, the Ukrainian guy.
Oh, yeah.
From Lomachenko's camp. That guy is good. That guy good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Spong hits so fucking hard.
Where's he training at? He's still in Miami, no?
I think so. I'm not sure. I didn't see him in a long time.
Yeah.
Should be.
What? So Henry sent me a video of you guys. Were you guys? You guys just finished some strength and conditioning?
Yeah, we just finished by Corey Peacock's strength and conditioning.
Dude, Corey's the man.
Yeah, bro. Yo, he killed us today, though.
What do you have you guys doing?
Deadlifts, explosive jumps, a lot of pull-ups, and then medicine ball passes, overhead carries, and then sprints.
Nice.
So it's not too much, but it's too much. Everything you need. No, I mean it's not super long, but it's everything you need, you know. So,
yeah.
Yo, that pace is so high.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
Well, what I like about working with Corey is it's like right to the point. There's no he doesn't shoot the shit with you too much. It's like work, business, and then once you're done. Then you can shoot the shit. Yeah, you can, you know.
Yeah, that's what I like. 45 minutes hard work.
Yeah.
Go home.
Yeah. So for the people at home that don't know the schedule at Hard Knocks 365.
Let's go.
Oh, Dorino! What is up?
What's going on, Dorino?
Good, let's go.
I saw you got another fight.
Another one, let's go.
Another one.
He's gonna choke out Gunnar Nelson.
Right.
The one get hurt, just call me. You got my number. Boom.
Yes, we will.
Yo, that boy always ready. Replacement anyway. He fight.
He's the goat.
Oh, yeah, he's the man, Gilbert. We've had him on the show before. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. He comes to Long Island and does seminars every now and then. He's the fucking man, that guy.
He's such a nice guy, bro.
We got to get you guys to Long Island doing seminars.
Yeah, when you guys come into New York.
I'm giving one in Philly, October 12th.
Okay.
And when's your fight? Your fight is October...
26th.
26th, yeah. I was just looking up Spong versus Usyk. That's going to be October 12th as well, so...
Yep.
Okay. And I didn't realize Usyk was I pay attention to boxing, but not as closely, the lower divisions. I didn't realize this is going to be for the Cruiserweight World Championship.
Oh, damn.
Yo, that's a legit guy. Yo.
This is...
Good. I think he had a gold medal, too.
Yeah, he's a gold medal from the 2012 Olympics, but this is... Tyrone's getting a title shot. Yeah, like
that's
he's
what
there.
I mean, yo.
Yeah.
So it's a good opportunity for Tyrone.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. But this is one of those fights that two undefeated guys, like the winner of this, has a chance to be a superstar in boxing.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
Oh, absolutely. So, both of you guys got big fights coming up. How's the training camps going for it?
It's going great for me. We did everything right. We've been getting ready for the last 6 months. My weight's where it should be. For this fight, I gained weight.
Nice.
Put on some mass.
That's fun. Like having ice cream at night and shit with whipped cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his name's a big boy.
Don't talk about that now, man.
He was on those Mexican supplements for a little bit, Brandon Vera. He was swole when he first went up to heavyweight.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not gonna matter. He's gonna have to come down to 225, 224, 224.
Oh, that's right. One championship does the
kilograms.
Yeah, well, they do the different weight. They don't have the weight cutting,
Yeah.
so you're hydrated. You're in shit,
Yeah.
because that shit fucks you up.
If you fought at lightweight, you would have to walk around 170 for like 3 days.
Yeah, which is you've had to cut down to 185 and cut down to your weight. It's better, I'm sure, right? The hydration test and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good for your head. It's good. You can take a better shot. It's good for the competitors for sure.
Oh yeah,
but it's a pain in the butt though, because like sometimes you work out and you drink water and you think you're hydrated, but then you pee in a cup and the pee is like dehydrated.
Yeah.
It's too concentrated. So like it's a pain in the butt.
Do they watch you pee?
Yeah, they watch you pee, and then
Heavy almost gone.
yeah.
Because yo, in college we'd have to do to get certified to wrestle at a certain weight class.
Yeah, the calibrations and
Yeah,
whatnot.
we would pee, and then we would just put water in the cup, and then.
Oh no! You can't do that.
Yeah.
It's very strict.
And like some of
They
the
almost
guys.
hold your dick there.
Some of the guys wouldn't pass, and my coach would be like, "Are you retarded? Just pour water in the cup, you idiot!"
So Robin, you're fighting at featherweight, right?
Yeah, I fight a fairway. Yep.
How tough of a cut you got to 145?
But in Glory, you fought 55, right?
No, 43.
43.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the featherweight there. So I fought first. I started at 55, but then I went back to 43.
Right, because I remember you at 55.
Yeah. No,
Like-
my cuts are always fucked up.
Like Menace.
Yeah,
he used to cut to
Yeah,
145.
I do it, but I don't
Grumpiest
like it.
motherfucker in the world when he was cutting to 45.
No, I wasn't that bad.
Oh, you were bad. You had like the edge, like the fucking eye of the tiger. You were fucking
The problem
angry.
is I gained too much weight out of camp. I'm a fat boy by heart.
Yeah.
That shit is hard.
Robin, me and you the same person. Like,
Yeah.
so, like, I haven't fought since January, and I'm probably like 173, 174. That's when I would get up to like higher, knowing that I had to like cut weight
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
So I'd eat it all. Like, I might as well get this in. So I
Yeah. I have the same thing because my last fight was last year September, so I didn't fight for a year.
yeah.
So to keep that under control was hard.
So now both of you guys are living in South Florida, or
yeah.
what do they have?
I just bought a house in Lake Worth, so.
All right, Lake Worth is nice. That's what's
I
up.
used to live in Baltimore, and then we sold our house.
You live?
It was on the market for 2 weeks, and then it sold, and then we moved down here.
You said Baltimore,
Yeah, Baltimore. Yeah.
and what? You were traveling down there just for like training camps?
No, I mean, I used to train in Baltimore. I used to fight out of Baltimore, and
All
then,
right.
last year January I drove down to. No, actually, last year, 2 years ago in December, I went to ATT, to try out camps here, and then I wasn't really satisfied, and I did one private lesson with Henry, and then after that I was hooked. I was like, man, this is where I need to be. I did my first 2 camps here. My first camp, I won by first round knockout. Second camp, I won by 5th round knockout. So I was like, this is where I need to be, and I moved my whole family down here.
Oh yeah, Henry's a fucking legend. Like Ryan,
Oh, yeah.
you guys know Ryan LaFleur. He used to come down there and
yeah.
train. They developed and started doing the HKickboxing up here on Long Island. So like that's how I first got turned on to Henry. Was he came up and did a few seminars, and I remember the first time he did a seminar, he stopped it and was like, no, hold on. You see what this guy did? And he made the guy do it again. He's like, you do that stupid shit, you're gonna get knocked the fuck out. Don't do that.
Yeah, he's so straight. I love it.
Yeah, you got to, and that's how you got to be. Like when we first got Henry on just now, we were saying that's the type of coach you got to be. You can't bullshit your fighters. You got to keep it 100, especially in a sport like this where you're going
This
out
sport
there.
is too painful, man.
Yeah.
It's too painful to bullshit.
You know that expression, game of inches, and the consequences are too great. It's like human chess with dire consequences.
Yep, for sure.
So you got to have a coach like Henry who keeps it straight,
Yeah.
has been there, has fought, competed at the highest level. So, yeah, you guys got the right situation down there.
The thing that I like about Henry the most is that, he's not going to make you do shit for no reason, And he's been there, he's done it, so he knows how we actually feel internally. When we go on and fight, he knows how we feel. Unlike a lot of the coaches out there,
Never been there.
Never been there, and they tell you to do shit, and in your head you're thinking, motherfucker, you go try to do that. You're gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, you do that shit.
Yeah,
Like when he's
do that
telling you,
shit.
you got to do more rounds, you got to keep going, you got to tough through it. You go fucking tough through it. You
Yeah.
do that shit. You never been there. Yeah, exactly. That's
But
why.
Henry knows, so it's good, man. It's
Yeah,
good.
Henry's a fucking legend. That's why we were so excited when we were getting him on. Then he was like, "Oh, I can throw these two on for you." We were like, "Oh shit, 100, do that."
Yeah, he gave us a little surprise. He was like, "Oh, hey guys."
So now we got the champ, one of the best kickboxers alive. Now, would you call yourself a kickboxing guy or a Muay Thai guy?
I'll call myself nothing. I don't care. Whatever. If they call me tomorrow to do a wrestling match, I do it too. So I don't care. Yeah, I do.
A jiu-jitsu match?
Yeah.
A jiu-jitsu match.
Hell yeah, I don't care.
Bro, we might hit you up one day. Me and Menace
All right,
might get
I
into the
don't
promoting
care. Yo,
game.
I don't care about belts. I don't
Hang
care
on.
about collars.
Real quick, because I know you have like a wife and kids, right?
Yeah.
Robin, what's your status, dude? You single?
I have nothing. I'm single, no kids.
So, all right, so you're from like Amsterdam.
Huh? Excuse me?
You're from out Amsterdam, no?
Yeah.
And now you're here in the States. Like, what's the move? How you picking up the ladies?
What's the roster looking like?
How many girlfriends do you
roster-
have?
The roster is looking like training camp. No women involved.
No women.
Nothing.
Makes your knees weak.
And my head.
And your head.
Definitely makes the head weak. I don't know about the
Hang on,
knees,
but you
though.
haven't fought since September, so you gotta be backed up then, no?
Of course.
So the next guy's getting knocked out.
Yeah, but now it's focused on training. Now it's no fighting anymore. No women. Focus.
Okay.
After that, we can go back again.
Okay. So, yeah, Henry invited us down there. When I come down, me and you are going out, Robin. We're going to go clean up.
Let's go. I'm ready.
And if you
Oh,
want to
ready
tell
for that.
tell the wife you're like with us playing video games or something, that's up to you. That's up to you.
No. I'm going to go corner him in Amsterdam one of these days.
Yep, for sure.
All right. So now Henry travels with you guys, right? Like I know he just said he's going to one. Is Henry going to be going with you to the Bellator? Where is your Bellator fight?
I'm not sure because Michael Johnson's fighting that same day
Yeah.
in somewhere in China or whatever.
Oh, no, Singapore.
Singapore. Same thing.
Yeah,
Who's he fighting again?
Sean will be.
I
I think
forget.
Sean, my friend Sean Soriano is going to be there. So same thing.
Sean just got the dope knockout not too long ago.
Yeah, he did good, but that's
Yeah, he slept that guy like no one's
Yo.
business, man.
Was it
he
in
followed that guy
CES?
quick. Yeah,
Huh?
CES. Yeah.
Cause Sean doesn't have a lady either, right?
No,
So do you guys wingman each other?
I know. There's not really no winning. We just go where we want.
No, like when
There's
you
no
guys
winning.
if you guys go out and you guys
Yeah.
go and like try to pick up chicks and stuff like that, you guys go as a team?
No, it's everybody for everybody.
Everybody, you won't be like,
There's
"Oh,
not
man."
really winning.
No?
There's no winning in this, man.
Alright.
You know, the problem is the wingmen always get the ugly girl. And we both don't want
Well,
ugly.
You got to be a
Hey.
team player. You got to be a team player. That's how it works.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
But hey, if you both can get a good girl, why you have to be a wingman?
This is true. Well, sometimes you got a wingman for two good-looking chicks. You know that
I'm
happens
the
too.
wingman. He's the older guy. He's the wingman.
But yes, Michael Johnson's another one. He wasn't on the show officially, but when we went to Florida back in May, we did like a fight night. We had him come out and party with us and whatnot. We actually, does he bring his dog to the gym?
Pablo?
We lost Pablo at one point.
Oh shit!
Hang
Yeah.
on, I didn't lose him.
Our house, our people that we were with, we lost Pablo at one point. So it turned into
Oh,
like
shit.
the whole
When you
house
mad, huh?
looking for Pablo, and Pablo was,
Marquez lost him too last week.
yeah, he said it happens all the time. So we were like, oh, all right. But then we couldn't find the dog. The dog was on the side of the house eating like a block of cheese.
Oh
So
shit!
luckily we found the dog.
That
but,
that dog is trouble, man.
yeah. But I'm a big Pablo fan. Big Pablo fan.
Yeah, that dog is nice.
What's my boy Usman been up to? Tell him when I see him again, I'm gonna fuck him up. He doesn't answer my texts anymore. He doesn't call. He doesn't write. He's big timing me, man, and I don't like
I think
it.
you're still on a plane.
I
know. Hang on. I'm not saying I'm not saying today. I'm just saying in general.
He won the belt and was like, Menace is too short for me. I'm not into this no more. I'm done with this.
Yeah, no, he took his Instagram picture of him on a jet.
Yeah.
What's Henry Cejudo? They're still in that jet.
You think they're making out?
Yeah.
It might be.
Oh, wow. I just put that together. He replaced you. He was like, Menace used to be my little bro. Now I got Cejudo. He replaced you. Oh, shit. Yeah.
I'm way better looking than Henry Cejudo.
Yeah. Henry's been on the show before, too. I don't want to insult him, but he's little. He's like 5'2".
He wasn't here in person.
Shit.
No, I've seen him in person, though, before. He's fucking tiny. He's really tiny. You have size on him, at least.
Hang on. He's like 5'4".
Is he?
Yeah.
He's like 5'4".
5'4"? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
That's
he's
better
tiny.
than 5'2".
Menace is 5'7" with good shoes on, so
Yeah.
Menace got him there.
Yeah, with good shoes.
But yeah, tell Usman to stop ghosting Menace. We need to get Usman back on the show.
Yeah, next time I see him, I'm gonna headbutt him in the nose.
We will tell him when he's here.
Fucking break his damn nose.
Tell him Menace Bermudez and his chubby co-host are looking for you.
Yeah, he's fat as fuck.
I used to be skinny. Now I'm fat. Yeah.
Hey, that's that good life, yo.
Yeah, I
That
just
healthy
eat.
belly.
You know what it is? I haven't trained since I broke my leg. I trained like once.
Oh, shit.
You guys, have you guys ever heard of John Gotti? Maybe.
Who?
He's a mafia guy. You guys know like the Italian mafia?
Yeah. It's from a
Supposedly.
movie, right?
Yeah, like they made a movie. His son trains, and I was wrestling with his son at Long Island MMA, and his son went for a body lock and
Fucked
fucking
his ass up.
snapped my leg in half. It was an accident.
Yo, Robin. Ryan Flair was like, "All right, man, just get towards the wall."
Well,
His leg was broken in half.
well, at first when the Flair said that, he
He's like,
didn't
"Come on."
realize.
Move over.
Just leave, man. Just go.
Luque was in town, so him and Luque were having like a hard round. I got hurt, and everyone stopped because it was a loud pop. And then LaFlair was like, "Yo, just do us a favor and just like get off the mat so we can finish the round." And then I was like, "Yo, I think my leg's broken."
Get out of here, bro. That's crazy.
I think it's broken though, and he was like, "Yeah, but come on, just get off the mat."
Who's Luque's next fight?
roll over.
He's got a good one too, right?
Luque's fighting
Yeah,
Wonder
Thompson.
Boy. Wonder Boy.
Yeah.
That's a great
That's
fight.
a nice fight.
Yeah, I love that fight, man.
That's a fight. If he wins, he's a fight away from a title shot.
Yeah, I
or
think
in the
too.
talks. Yeah. And that's a good matchup for him too. Like Wonder Boy just backpedals and Luque goes forward. So
Yeah, and Wonder Boy just lost. So
Henry said we gotta stop.
why his phone's dying?
yeah, we got 5% left battery.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
So
that's good.
thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate the
Thank you,
time.
guys.
If we don't speak to you,
again soon.
Yeah, I'll get you guys. I'll DM you guys, and I'll get you guys individual numbers, and we'll
Nice.
set up for another
Perfect.
time for sure.
good fight
Sir,
to both
talk
of you.
soon.
Good fight to
Bye.
both of you coming up.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
Bye bye.
See you guys.
Thanks.
All right,
Bye.
guys.
Take care.
I
Oof.
mean, leave it to me. Like when don't have any guests to get some
G's.
goddamn G's on
Yeah.
the show.
Well done, Menace.
Good thing you don't just get the guests, because we'd be fucked. We'd have on fucking like male strippers all the time and shit.
No. We have on people.
Your biggest guest to date is Tito.
No. My biggest guest to date is probably Robert Whitaker. As far as relevance of today's world.
Did I fucking text him?
No. I got Robert Whitaker. And I got Cejudo too.
No way.
Yes way. Yes way. Who'd you get? Usman.
You got them using my name.
All right. How else am I going to get him? I'm going to say I'm Guy Stanley doing a show. I'm going to say, I do a show with Dennis. What do you want me to say?
So I got them all.
All right. So we'll give you that. You got them all. That works.
So what we got? Talk about the fights that just went down, and then.
Well, a funny thing. Remember how we talked last week about how...
If it's so funny, Stan, why aren't you laughing?
Well, because I'll get to that point and you'll laugh at it.
Okay.
People are saying how first off, people were saying me and you are casuals and we don't know shit about fighting. Because I put up a post like, oh, can anyone beat...
I don't.
Can anyone beat Khabib? Remember how we were talking about like who could possibly beat Khabib? And I said how, like, because I didn't think him versus Conor was that one-sided. Granted, he fucked Conor up. Conor's the only person, other than Gleason Tebow, to win a round against him. And everyone's like, like Khabib Nut Riders. They're just like, nope, he fucking destroyed Conor. Conor has no chance. All right, maybe true. But I had to put him in the conversation of saying who could possibly beat Khabib. There's only 3 or 4 guys that could potentially be on the list. So people were just saying how me and you don't know shit. And we're both casuals. They kept saying the guy on the left is clueless, meaning me. Because I threw Conor into that conversation. And because we threw in Ally, Quinta, and Gregor. They were like...
No, Gregor for sure.
What, has no chance or has a chance?
Has a chance.
Has a great chance.
Yeah.
But then even like...
Hang on, I'm still waiting for the knee slapper here.
Well, that's the knee slapper. I figured people were making fun of me and saying I don't know shit. Yeah.
Well, people making fun of you makes sense, but that you don't know shit, I'll back you up.
Why? Because you make fun of me? That's why it makes sense?
Yep.
Yeah, but you got horrible material. You keep telling everyone I'm fat. What are you going to do if I get skinny ever?
And, hang on, summer's ended, my friend, and you are pale as fuck.
I had a tan for a few weeks, but then it disappeared.
So,
I
which
stopped
brings
going outside.
my point is still, like, you are pale.
You're Puerto Rican. You have darker skin than me. What the fuck you want me to say? I don't go tanning.
Go tanning.
Bro, that used to be my life. My life used to be like a Jersey Shore character, Jim Tan Laundry. GTL. Now I don't really do my laundry as much. I don't go to the gym, and I never tan. Never tan.
Oh, my gosh.
Not big into the tanning game anymore.
Wow.
But, yeah, that's too funny. Like, when I went down to HKickboxing, like, after you had left, and I stayed a week to party.
You say, like, 2 more weeks?
Yeah. Like 10 days. But I went to HKickboxing the one day. And Henry was, I think he was in like China or something, cornering somebody. But I saw Aung. I knew who he was because I watched one championship, but I didn't think he spoke English. So I just said hi to him.
Yeah.
You know the guy Big Steve?
Yes.
I was talking to Big Steve. Yeah. I exchanged information with him. I was talking about getting him on the show. He's someone that we should actually get on too.
He was there working out with those guys.
He's a fucking stud in Bellator right now.
Yeah.
And then I talked to him a little bit, and then Aung like walked past. I like shook his hand, introduced him, and I didn't think, let me keep talking to him because I thought he didn't speak English.
Yeah.
So I just like turned, he walked away, and I was like, all right. And then I went over and talked to, Linton Vassell?
No.
The English dude, the bald-headed black English
yes.
dude. Yeah, I started talking to him, and he was like, yeah, I'll come on this show anytime. And I just never followed up with it.
That was a Jamaican accent.
Yeah, I thought it was a black.
But Aung, when I was down there training, I thought the same thing. I was like, this guy probably doesn't speak very good English.
His English is amazing.
Whatever. But then he started speaking. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Boy, was I wrong.
His English was fucking amazing.
Better than mine.
Better than yours? I don't know about that.
Well, I slur sometimes. I mumble.
You mumble what?
Words.
Yeah, you do. Especially when you're drinking. Ooh, you know what? And then we didn't get to ask Henry. I wanted to ask Henry about... He mentioned Rumble, but then we didn't get to be like, yo, Rumble's returning. What do you think about that?
I'll call him next week. He'll come on next week.
Yeah. I mean, Gilbert Burns was just saying hit him up. So do we hit up Gilbert Burns?
Right now?
He just was saying in the thing.
He's going to train right now.
Was he?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Was he sweaty? Like he just finished training?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
I think he was.
Right. Run it back.
Well, I can't run it back like that.
Well, I'm saying in your own life.
In my own life.
Yeah.
All right, well, what'd you think of Justin Gaethje's performance this weekend?
I thought he looked really good. I lost a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, you just started making weird fucking bets. No, not really. I mean, you thought it would go longer, but then,
usually, Cowboy...
You thought it would go longer, and then I started giving you all the examples of it ending in the first round.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe with that new thing, you see...
You know what it is? Pumpkin beer.
Yeah, oh, yeah. You know what it is, too? Remember how we talked about it? Since he changed his fighting a little bit after those 2 losses, he doesn't do that little hanging in the pocket and fucking crazy cover-up thing. Now, when someone throws at him, he just backs up.
Right, Gaethje.
Yeah, like he controls the exchanges now, as opposed to what he used to do, which is hang out in the pocket, get hit with an uppercut, get hit with a hook, and then land his shit. So I think he figured it out, and I mean, people will fucking jump all over us if we say it.
Who's the...
Can Gaethje beat Khabib?
Right. And then...
Do you think? Do you think Gaethje has a chance against Khabib?
Yeah, I think he has a chance.
Good chance? Slim chance?
40% chance.
I mean, people are going to crucify me for it, but I think Tony Ferguson has a great chance.
Nope. I'm going to say Tony Ferguson has a 20% chance.
I know you've said that. You don't think he has a great chance. I think he does. I think so. No one Khabib has fought has had a good ground game off their back. If they do,
I think Conor has a better chance of beating Khabib, but I think Ferguson could beat Conor.
Yes. I mean, people hate on Conor. That's what it is. Like,
Styles make fights.
I'm no longer a big Conor fan. I'm not a huge supporter of Conor. Like, that's how people took it when I posted the YouTube video. People were like, oh, this is a Conor nut hugger. Definitely a Conor fan. I'm a huge Khabib fan. I fucking love Khabib. I think he's funny. I think.
Would you kiss him if he came in the room?
Not on the mouth. Maybe on the cheek.
Oh, okay.
Like, hi.
The cheek. Get real Italian on him?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't kiss him in the fucking mouth. He'd fucking be real insulted. I don't think he's into, that crowd.
But let's say he's into it. Would you do it?
No. I wouldn't. I'm not.
Well, then you don't really love him.
I'm not into that crowd either, so I'm not gonna change my sexuality to appease a fighter I enjoy. But I honestly think no one's beating Khabib. But Gaethje, Conor, Tony Ferguson. Those are the three that are at the top that could possibly do it. We threw in Gregor. We threw in Iaquinta because Iaquinta went 5 with them.
I'm putting in Gregor before Conor.
But like I said, I don't think Gregor's going to get there in the time unless Khabib sticks around.
Oh, right.
Like Khabib's next fight is going to be one of those three. It's going to be Conor, Tony, or Gaethje. I think they do Tony versus Khabib, and then they do I would fucking pay $100 for pay-per-view if they did Gaethje versus Conor. I think that fight would be fucking amazing. You?
I wouldn't pay $100.
You know what I mean. I wouldn't pay $100. I'd fucking stream it illegally, most likely. But but who would you put your money on in that fight? Because you're obviously a betting man. Who'd you lose money on this weekend? Krylov. He thought Nikita was his name.
I don't know.
You don't even know the guy's name.
I saw he was what, Ukrainian?
Ukrainian. He thought
he was very young. He was 29.
He thought Krylov was going to be.
Was he 29?
27.
27. Like when I was 27, I was fucking so hard and like I just felt like an animal.
You were in the fucking zone when you were 27.
I haven't been 39 yet, but I imagine when I feel 39, I lose to 27-year-old me.
Or 39-year-old you would be like Glover is. Like, right, it's fucked up, and not fucked up, like, I don't mean to be a dick, but, like, if we would have had a 2-minute conversation before you made that bet, you would have got that information that I said after you made the bet.
Yeah, but we spoke about it, like, when's Glover's fight gonna come when he's just fucking old?
Yes, but then my segue off of that would have been, now that Glover is old and he's 39, the last couple fights, he takes people down. He doesn't sit there and play rock'em sock'em robots like pretty much since the Gustafsson fight. Since he got knocked out in the 5th round, he takes you down. He doesn't play that, oh, you're young, you're quicker than me.
But he still has the power where if he just fucking just, like you're like, oh my God, I got hit by a ton of bricks.
Yeah. So what we should have done today is we should have started maybe a little later, and then we would have talked to Robert Whittaker. But I don't think we're going to stick here till 9 o'clock.
No chance.
So what we'll do is we're going to call up my friend Tony Palmieri. Remember Tony?
Nope.
You met him at the NYFE. He's going to put on shows with us eventually. We're just going to talk about the boxing coming up this weekend, and he has an event coming up. I forget what day, October something. Ooh, and then the other one is we didn't talk about last week. It looks like Woodley might get the next title shot. Is what it seems like. Over Covington. Covington's getting bypassed.
Really?
It looks like it. I remember I was talking to you, like, when we were hanging out off of that. Like, Woodley was writing, like, sliding into fucking, what's-his-name's comments on his Instagram.
Oh, onto
Usman.
Right.
Yeah, so I think the UFC might be, like, upset with Colby or done with Colby. I don't know, but they're not giving – it doesn't look like they're giving him the next title shot, which is fucked up because I think he deserves it. But –
these guys get just yes, you've proven yourself, and, like, yes, there are guys maybe making more money than you, but, like, if you don't lose ever, you could demand infinity money.
So what would you do if you would just keep fighting? Just, all right, you're not giving me the title fight, give me whoever the fuck, and I'm going to fuck them up. And just keep winning till it's undeniable, or...
Yeah, I mean, that's what you do. That's what it is. I mean, like, in a wrestling tournament, there was never like,
Well, like, what happened is Woodley.
why am I going at the number 3? I'm the number
Woodley
2.
lost to Usman, and now it might turn into Woodley just sat out and recovered his injuries as Usman recovered his injuries, and they might just run that rematch back.
Shit, Usman hasn't fought since then, huh?
Usman hasn't fought, neither has Woodley. They both just been. Woodley was supposed to fight Robbie Lawler,
Right.
and then he pulled out, and Covington stepped in, destroyed, fucking annihilated Robbie Lawler that fight. Did we say that? I forget if we said that. Robbie Lawler's got his next fight booked as well.
Who's he got?
Ponzinibbio.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Another American top team guy.
Wow.
Yeah, interesting landscape right now in the welterweight division. Like even that, like Woodley fought like 4 times in like 13 months or whatever the thing was, and people didn't like him as the champion, or at least he had critics that were like, oh, he's always hurt, he's always got an excuse. I know, like, not saying you said it in a negative way, but you've said, like, you noticed as like a casual perspective that he has surgery or he's hurt after every fight. Woodley, yes.
Right.
But he fought 4 times in like 13 months, defended the belt, won the belt, whatever. Usman, people make it like he hasn't fought in forever. He hasn't fought since March. Not the longest layoff, but
March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Half a year.
yeah, but how often do champions fight? Twice a year?
Yeah.
So if he fights in December or if he fights in the beginning of January, February?
Now, Bullet Valentina has fought 2 times
Yes.
since Usman got the title.
Sometimes it's different, yeah. Even what's-his-name has only fought once since he got the, well, Cejudo.
Henry?
Yeah, Cejudo fought Dillashaw and then was defending his 125, then fought for the vacated 135, and he hasn't fought since.
Yeah, but those are all pretty quick back-to-back, though, right?
Yeah, but, like, you know, like sometimes champions, like, it happens that when guys aren't champions, they get hurt and they have to take 6 months or 8 months between fights, 9 months. It's just when you're a champion, it's almost like glorified. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
people pay more attention to it. Like you're holding up the division or some shit. But you know how fans are. People think me and you don't know shit. Luckily, no
Well,
one.
I don't, so.
But that was my defense to you. I was like, I trained my whole life and I watch every fight. I'm like, this guy has 20 fights in the UFC. Do you know more than either one of us? To like, you know, they're calling me and you casuals. I think they're casuals.
You know, like, facts and such like that. I actually know what it feels like
Yeah. At the highest level.
at the highest level.
Yeah. But then even like your take on it too is like who you trained with and shit you've seen, like you've been a fly on the wall in some fucking dope training rooms.
For sure.
You know, even like look what just happened at HKickboxing. Like right now is like the fucking pro class. So there's like fucking
Not pro class. All the pro classes are at 10 a.m. and then you come back for skill work in the evening, whether that's that's strength and conditioning or mitts.
You saw what was going on there.
Private lesson.
That was skill work. So people were getting their skills in. It's fucking. There's a difference between watching it on TV versus being actually in the room with some of these guys and seeing how they train and actually talking to them outside of fighting, knowing how they feel. But we were getting, especially me, I was getting roasted hard. And it was only, literally, it was...
You should get roasted, Stan.
Bro,
You're a ginger.
I'm not a full ginger. I got strawberry hair, strawberry brown. But... we were getting roasted hard because we were hypothetically saying who could possibly beat Khabib. Not these are the guys that beat Khabib.
Right.
We were just having a discussion like...
Whoa, hang on. I feel like these people's opinion. Like, what did they say to you that you're? I feel like you're like defending this very hard. Like this.
They just called me clueless and said I don't know shit about fighting.
Well,
and then they said both of us were casuals.
You know what's funny? When people call me like a pussy, I'm like, oh yeah, you got me. Because I know I'm not, Stan. You gotta just know what you know about yourself. Obviously, you're like, am I clueless? Because like,
no,
because when you, if someone's a liar and you call them a liar,
bro,
those are the ones that defend themselves harder than someone like, oh yeah, I'm a liar, you know?
Yeah, but there's always exceptions to that rule, and I consider myself one of those exceptions. I just like arguing with people when they're making stupid points.
So I put up.
Well, even this, and there's this one guy who actually was making good points, and then where his argument collapsed was he told me, you watched Conor versus Khabib. He told me that Khabib took the 3rd round off and chose to get outlanded and get his takedown stuffed. And then I was like, so by your logic, you just told me that Khabib said, you know what, I'm going to get punched in the face this round, and I'm going to shoot takedowns and get them stuffed just because,
Nobody does that.
Who does that?
No.
And then he tried to tell me experts have said this. No. Khabib was gassed and fought accordingly. He didn't shoot half-hearted takedowns and get fucked up because he was like, oh, Conor's a pussy. I'm going to let him punch me. No fighter's ever going to do that.
So I put up like a pretty, like what I thought was a dope workout. I'd say it wasn't a dope workout. It was a workout I did, and I was like, you know what? Let me show people my workout. And this guy, one of my fan pages, said, I used to like you as a fighter. Well, hang on. All right, actually, now this guy looks like an idiot. I used to like you as a fight until these dumbass workouts.
And then, like, even people were attacking us for saying Al Iaquinta or throwing Al in there. And they were like, what, do we give out fucking medals for getting your ass kicked?
Then I look at, oh, shit. Is that a guy or a girl? Oh, my God. Hang on, Stan. Is that a guy or a girl?
Ooh. Which, the...
No wonder you don't like me anymore, because I'm actually, like, taking care of my body.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I don't like that guy.
Yikes. Hey, you know what I did? I liked his comment.
Yeah. I mean, I liked all the comments that were negative. Like, one person said that the guy on the left is a stupid fuck. And I commented, yes, he is. I agree with you.
You should have said fat, too.
Bro.
What?
You call me fat because you're used to me being skinny, and I'm chubby now.
No, I look at you and I think you're fat.
There's actual fat people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you. No, not me. There's actual fat people out there that are like fat, obese,
large. And?
I'm 8 weeks away from. I'm a 6 to 8 week program away from being fucking ripped up again and in shape.
But you're not. So.
But I am though. There's other people that are actually fat.
But you're not in shape. So
you invited me to work out today. You're trying.
And what'd you say?
I was at work.
But what'd you say?
Nope.
All right.
Nope. What's that thing you keep saying?
When do you plant a tree?
No, what's the thing you keep saying?
When's the best time to plant a tree?
I have no idea. When's the
yesterday?
No, not that. The other little expression you've been saying for like the last week, like no chance. Is that what it is? What is it?
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Not now, not never.
Not now, not never. Exactly.
Not my chair, not my problem.
No chance.
That's what I always say.
Yep. Well,
so who are we talking to right now?
Tony. He's got a boxing event coming up, and we're going to start putting on some shows with him. I already told you about this.
You didn't, but...
Yeah, I did, with Frank.
Well...
Frank's just the one procrastinating, so we might bypass Frank a little bit and just hold the gun, like put the gun to Frank's head.
Yeah.
You know how you got to do that shit sometimes?
How long is this interview going to...
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
I'm going to give him a few clips and then call it a show. I'm happy that we're actually going shorter. Usually you get caught up rambling and you're like, oh, and then we wind up in here for like 3 hours.
What?
Tony,
what are you doing, dude?
Just driving right now,
Put your windows up.
There you go.
let's go windows up and AC.
We're trying to run a fucking goddamn show here.
Windows up, seatbelt locked, we're good to go.
No, take your seatbelt off. Take a chance.
Yeah, we don't care about the seatbelt.
Yeah.
So if you go that way, you can't see both of us. If you go long ways, you can see both of us. But we got you either way. So whatever way works for you.
Yeah, you don't see.
All right, cool. This works for me right here.
Yeah. So Tony Palmieri, how are you, my man?
What's going on, guys? I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we figure, we wanted to give you a call, shoot the shit. I know you got an event coming up. What's the name of this one?
Yeah, so the event we got going on is called the Long Island Classic. It's an amateur boxing tournament or event we're doing at Nassau Community College on October 5th. And basically, we're just trying to find the top amateur fighters on Long Island. So we're gathering all the local gyms out here, and we're putting everybody together to see who's got the skill to be the best.
Do you have a fight for me?
Anytime, I tell you that all the time, whenever you're ready.
I'm still an amateur, so I can definitely take one eventually, once I start moving around a little bit again.
You get that passbook good, and we're all good to go.
How's the card shaping up?
The card is good. We've been in touch with about 12 of the 19 gyms on Long Island, so we're getting a lot of a lot of love from a lot of different parts of the island, and we're really setting it up so that you're getting some of the best fights Nassau versus Suffolk County has to offer.
Why? There's only 19 boxing gyms on Long Island?
Yeah, there's 19 sanctioned through USA Boxing right now, and we've dealt with about 12 or 13 of them at this point, and we're currently at about 15 total fights for the night. So it should be a great night of a lot of exciting fights.
Did you find anything from my man Alex Borzel?
We're working on it still. At the light weights at 95 pounds, it's a little bit difficult, but we're working on it.
Bro, he'll take a fight 3 days before the fight. You know, he don't give a fuck, that little guy.
No, I mean we're hoping that a lot of people come out and show some support for the Long Island boxing gyms and clubs and USA Boxing. So we're hoping that from the little guys all the way up to the master class, we get some good following and good support.
What about the big chick Sarah? You find anything for her?
Yeah, we're actually we had 2 scheduled female fights. Unfortunately, one fell through. We're hoping the other one sticks through, but we're definitely open to male or female fights. Anything that would put on a good show is what we're looking for.
Well, I threw you the one girl, Sarah Thomas. Did you find anything for her?
Yeah, we're working on her as well.
Oh, it's a headache, right? When you start doing your own shit.
Yeah, matchmaking is a process for sure, but it's all part of the love of the game,
So now, in your past work, you never really did matchmaking before?
No, in the past I was more event production, marketing, promotion, stuff like that. So this is the full circle here with matchmaking included and all that.
Yeah, so I was telling Menace, we've been long overdue. We got to rattle up Frank's cage a little bit, but we want to start putting on some MMA shows as well.
Yeah, so the company I'm doing this through is called Elite Empire Promotions. You can check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Elite Empire Promotions Inc. And that right now is basically what we're running our amateur, event through. But we're definitely looking to expand that in the future outside of just the Long Island area, as well as into other combat sports. So there's opportunity everywhere. It's just a matter of putting it all together.
Okay. So now this one will be at Nassau Community College, you said?
Yeah, Nassau Community College, October 5th. Doors open at 5:30. First match will start at about 6 o'clock, and we're going to go throughout the night with some really exciting and thrilling fights.
Where is that now, Nassau Community College?
That's in Garden City, right in the center of Garden City. I want to say it's 1 Education Drive. It's the address. You can't miss it. It's going to be in the main gymnasium, so we got a big facility. We're looking to fill the place and get a lot of people there.
All right, so Nassau Community College in Garden City, Elite Empire Promotions, the Long Island Classic, right? That covers all the bases?
That's the one, Nassau versus Suffolk County, 516 versus 631.
Where are you heading to right now? You're heading out of class? I thought you were done with school.
No, I got 1 more year left, finishing up law school at Hofstra. I'm heading home from class right now, and then I'll finally be done with the textbooks.
Do you use that as a pickup line for the ladies? Like, I'm going to law school.
Yeah, a little wink or two. It never hurts.
Wow, a wink or two.
Yeah, this is going to be the Menace and the Man legal counsel eventually.
Now, is 1 wink stronger than 2 winks, or vice versa?
You really just got to feel it out, you know what I mean? It's
Okay.
just a case-by-case basis.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we don't want to get Tony in trouble. You have a girl, right?
Yes, I do. I have a girlfriend.
Oh, I was kidding.
She's great.
I got to just clear that up.
That's probably how you got her.
He'll get backhanded when he gets home.
That's probably how he got. That's probably how he got her. No?
Yes. Oh, Tony's got some charm. He's a good-looking dude, very charismatic. And how old are you? Right? You're young as fuck, right?
Yeah, I'm 24. 24
so
years old.
He's a kid.
Yeah, but what if
What?
What if he beat you up?
I would never fight Tony. Tony's our legal counsel. He'll fucking sue me. Why would I do
Tony,
that?
Tony, it's an amateur fight?
What'd you say?
You're doing an amateur fight?
Have I ever done an amateur fight?
No.
He's talking about the show, the Long Island Classic.
Yes, the show, yeah. It's an amateur fight, amateur card.
Right on.
You're invited, Menace, as well. That's what we also wanted to do, was extend the invitation out to a professional athlete like yourself.
Wow.
We'd love to have you come down and wink at some of the fans out there.
Is it Friday or Saturday?
It's a Saturday night.
All
Like I said, doors at 5:30. First bout at 6, and we'll go through the night until all the fights are done.
Kid friendly?
Kid friendly, very kid friendly. Yep, absolutely.
All right, so there's a chance you might see Menace there, whether or not he has the little ones. But also, even Tony was saying if you wanted to come to the fights Friday night at the Paramount, he was like, yo, if you and Menace come, I'll fucking get you guys announced and shit.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, I don't know if Menace will be there, but I'll be there with my boy Lenny. Lenny's coming with me.
You're going with Lenny?
No, Lenny's coming with me. And then I'm going with Lenny. Lenny's going to get me in the founder's room.
You're shot.
Am I?
Yeah.
No, I'm getting Lenny a ticket. I'm getting Lenny into the fight. He's going to snap some photos for us. You know how Lenny is. Lenny's what's the word? Lenny's like when you have multiple skills.
Oof.
A Renaissance man.
Exactly. Lenny's a Renaissance man. So Lenny's a man of many trades. Lenny is the Menace and the Man plumber.
His wife does love watching the kids.
Your kids?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, so
Easy, cowboy.
let's do it.
Dude, listen. I just put smart lights in my house, and I want to play with my kids with the smart lights.
But now, would Lenny's smoking hot wife, would she watch the kids at your house, or would you'd have to bring them to his house?
It's probably a convenience thing.
Yeah. So what? At her house?
I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll play with the idea, Tony. Maybe we'll
just clip this and tag Lenny in it.
Maybe Menace will see you
And make his
Friday,
week.
but I'm definitely coming out this weekend to watch some of your work.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. I can't wait to see you.
What's your job title right now with Star?
I run all the operations and do a little PR as well as marketing for them, graphic design, stuff like that.
So Friday night we'll see your event operations, and then we'll see some of your graphic work in the program, all that shit, right?
All that good stuff.
You know what I was looking at today? Stickers.
What are you looking at?
Stickers.
Menace and the Man stickers.
Oh, okay.
Well, you already had the condoms, so now you definitely got to go stickers.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we got to start passing them out. I still have a box of them, but I don't use them, so you know how that is. But Tony, you're the man. Let us know one more time.
Guys.
Let us know one more time.
Yeah, for sure. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Elite Empire Promotions. We're running our first event, the Long Island Classic, Nassau County versus Suffolk County, on Saturday, October 5th at Nassau Community College in Garden City. Doors open 5:30. First bout 6 o'clock. Tickets on sale now. Check us out. It'll be a great event. I hope to see a lot of you there.
All right, I'm a young fighter. How do I get on your card? Who do I have to contact, and how do I do it?
Yeah, so if you're a young fighter, you're looking to get on the card, you can hit us up at eliteempirepromotions@gmail.com. Send us all your information, your weight class, the amount of bouts you've had, and what gym you're coming from, and we'll get you over to our matchmaker and make it happen.
Shake and bake.
I'm telling you, Tony, try to find something for little Space Monkey, little Alex Borzel. Space Monkey's son wants to fight.
I thought you were gonna talk about your fat ass.
No, why would I call him? Who am I talking about?
We already
went into that.
part.
Yeah, I'll fight on his card, 100%. The next one.
All right.
Bet. It's on.
Bet.
It's on. You
Bet.
You two fight each other. We'll make it happen. It'll be the feature bout.
Ooh, would love that. I'd probably get my ass kicked, though. But the first round will be interesting, but then the second and third are going to be all mess.
No, just start fucking working on your cardio, you fat piece of shit.
Why? You want me to win?
Yes.
I'm talking about fighting you.
Oh. Nah, that never happened. Win.
You know how it is, Tony. It's tough to get back in there. And even here, real quick, shout out your football camp for all the parents.
He doesn't know how it is. He's 24.
All the parents and whatnot that listen. He's also a football player. You run a football camp, right?
Yeah, that's over the summer. I run a NSCYO flag football camp, usually during the month of July, and we do that for kindergarten through 8th grade. And we teach everybody the fundamentals, the skills of football in a safe, non-contact environment. That's the new wave these days. So we're just trying to teach everybody the game that I grew up playing and love. So that's that.
I'll be there next summer. My son, he just started flag football this past fall. He's not amazing at all,
but he'll be amazing eventually.
I mean,
he'll be amazing after the camp.
All right, God willing.
Sure.
So if he's not, I get my money back, or How's that work?
We can talk about it.
All right, cool.
You might be the only one. You might be the only one who gets his money back. They'll have that conversation.
Well, maybe we'll make an exception for you. Yeah.
All right, shake and bake.
All right, Tony Palmieri, you're the man. Thank you for joining us. All right,
I appreciate it.
We'll talk to you soon, buddy. I'll see you Friday.
For sure. See you Friday. Take care.
Peace. He's a good egg, Tony.
He is. Agreed, Lassie.
So, what else should we talk about?
I don't know. Maybe how much I hate you.
What? Do you really?
No.
I feel like you do sometimes. You make fun of me a lot.
Yeah.
You make me.
It's because I'm insecure about my height.
You're like, you've seen Weird Science?
No.
You never seen Weird Science?
I don't know. Maybe.
When the chick casts a spell on the brother, and the brother becomes like a fat ogre, and then she's like, "You're really mean" to Chet and White, and he's like, "It's done out of love." No, you never seen that?
No.
All right, well, you'll have to watch that one.
Yeah, come over and watch it with me.
Not tonight. Another night. You
Yeah,
seem
that's why we're not friends.
Bro, you seem like you got some other things going on tonight, so you're a little preoccupied.
No way.
Yes, we'll let the menace live his best life. And, yeah. We ran out of time, so we're just going to call this episode. Greg Gillespie, we'll have to get to you next week.
Yep, you fucking loser.
But, yeah, so I felt like this was a good episode. Menace saved it with Henri Hooft. And, hit him with your send-off, Menace.
Well, see you later.